Hello everybody, welcome back to Random Thoughts. I have been traveling. I've been on the road for about almost a month now. We left Australia, we are now in South Africa. I am sitting outside our Airbnb in Stellenbosch, and this place is so beautiful. I have so many thoughts. I have so many random thoughts, but I'd already planned one that I wanted to share, and I will share more as I continue because my trip to South Africa has me all types of different fucked up, but I'm not going to talk about that today. In this video, I wanted to continue my topic on toxic relationships because the last one, if you remember, I spoke about toxic parent-child relationships, and I thought this week, let's just talk about toxic friendships. I do believe that just like any other form or any other type of relationship, our friendships can be toxic as well. They can bring us a lot of pain and hurt. And the cool thing about friends, though, is that you get to choose them and you get to drop them. I don't know, but let's stick with me through this video. I'm going to share with you 4 ways that I think you can identify if your friendship or your friendships are toxic or not. Are you ready? All right, so the first one is controlling friends. So, you know how everybody, not everybody, some of us or some of you guys or some people that have been in a relationship where you would say, oh, their partner is controlling. I think in the same way, friends can be controlling. I'll give you an example. Have you ever had a friend where you feel like they need to know every single detail of your life, that they need to know everything that is happening inside of you, outside of you, through you, that you don't really have space to not involve them? And not only that, this friend wants to tell you how to control everything that is happening in your life. They want to tell you how to handle every single situation in your life. There's nothing wrong with advice, welcome it, but I think controlling is when the tone is, do what I'm telling you to do because what I'm telling you to do is right. That's toxic, because advice by definition is either you take it or you leave it. You are not forced to take advice. So I think a controlling friend is somebody who feels like they can tell you where to go, when to go, who to go with, where to, like you're sort of at their mercy, so to speak. They control every single aspect of your life. And I think that is toxic. So number 1, toxic friends. Yeah, controlling friends. And number 2, I think emotionally abusive friends. Some of you guys might think, no, there's no way I could allow myself to be emotionally abused by a friend. Let me tell you, it's possible and it happens. Have you ever sat with a friend and when you leave the gathering or the conversation or the hangout or whatever you guys do, you feel so low, you feel so drained, you feel so beat, your self-esteem is low, you feel like the worst of yourself. I think that is a form of emotional abuse. And also just watch out for friends who emotionally abuse you. There's a way that they talk to you where they feel like they can call you dumb or stupid or useless or be like, I think, am I rambling? It's random thoughts and I talk a lot, but this is how I view it. I think that you can tell me that I'm doing something wrong. You can tell me that I am doing something that is not allowing me or showing the best of myself. and I will still love myself. You can criticize me constructively in a way where I don't feel hurt when I leave this conversation. It is not so much what you say, we've heard this before, it is how you say it. And sometimes our friends are such a source of emotional abuse in our lives, and we have to recognize that for what it is. I heard somebody say, oh, my friends sometimes call me like a useless bitch or whatever. I don't even let my friends call me a bitch. Like, my friends know not to call me that. Is that too much? I'm just like, let's not call each other anything that we don't want to be called, because I don't like it. Let's not do it. If your friends keep making you, this is what I'm trying to say, if your friend or your friends keep making you feel drained, making you feel low, you are in an emotionally abusive friendship. Number 3, I think that you can also gauge if your friendship is toxic or not by the way that your friends show support. I feel like if your friends are not able to show you love and support in when you are succeeding, this has been my issue. And remember what I said, that if it's a random thought that I have, I've experienced it and I want to share it with you guys. I do think that if your friends cannot give you high fives, cannot pat your back, cannot say, friend, you are kicking ass and you are taking names, you are being the best of yourself. If your friends don't show you support when in your good times, then I think that friendship is toxic. You know, when friends are like supportive during when you're having dark times, I think that is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's beautiful. But for me personally, and maybe for some of you guys, I want to feel the same level of support when my life is amazing. Damn it. Support me in when I'm doing good, when I start a business, when I graduate, when I get married, when I have a kid, when, you know, all of these things, I want to feel that support as well. And you know, some of us have friends that expect us to give that type of support, but they are not willing to give it to us. We have friends who will expect you to be in their corner to watch them shine, but they will not be in your corner to watch you shine. Look out for that. Be on the motherfucking lookout for that shit. And then number 4, I also think that when you feel like your friend compares themselves to you. You know, I was listening to Oprah talk about her friendship with Gail. And she was, I think they've been friends since 1974, which is a long time. And she was saying that their friendship works because she has never felt like Gail compares herself to her. She's never felt like Gail is like, oh, I can do that better. I'm a journalist too, and I'm a better one. Why is this happening to you and not me? She has always felt that Gail was comfortable in their friendship, was comfortable in who she was, and was just like, you're doing great. And Oprah is there telling her, you're doing great. And they had this positive exchange of lives and love and compassion and being supportive of each other and holding each other up without comparing themselves to each other. Makes sense? So if you're feeling like, oh, your friend compares themselves, your friend gets upset when you are doing better, something is off. If your friend is upset when you are having moments of victory and they are not, check that shit out, you know, gauge it. And so 4 things, right? 4 ways that you can see, 4 ways that you can sort of gauge if your friendships are toxic or not. Number 1 is controlling friends. Number 2, emotionally abusive friends. Number 3, friends who can't show you support when you are succeeding. And number 4, friends who compare themselves to you. Now, what do I think we should do? How should we deal with this? For me, it's pretty simple. I think that we need to create boundaries, especially for that controlling friend and especially for that emotionally abusive friend. I think we need to set boundaries. But the thing with boundaries, though, I've done it and I've made this mistake as well. When you set the boundary, don't you now go ahead and cross the boundary or do not respect the boundaries that you have set. I've, in my life, in so many different relationships, I'm like, I'm going to set the boundary here. I'm setting all the boundaries here. And then I don't respect the boundaries. You know what I mean? So you have to set the boundary. You have to stand strong. It's not easy. It's really not easy. When you set boundaries, it's not easy to make sure that people respect the boundaries that you've set, because people will disrespect. And boundaries are basically things that you say, you don't get to talk to me like that. You don't get to do this to me. You know, it's self-love. Setting boundaries is a form of self-love. It is a form of self-respect. And narcissists need you to set clear boundaries that you make sure, first of all, you're the one who's respecting them, and then you make sure that everybody else around you respects them. And number two, if people don't respect your boundaries, you've got to learn to release them. It is so hard to lose friends. It's really, honestly, I've lost friends, and it's really hard. It's really painful to lose friends. But for your own sense of self-preservation, for your own sense of healing, to start that path to healing when you lose people, is to release them, to say, this is not serving me. This is not making me feel good. This friendship hurts me. It doesn't build me up. When I'm with this person, I don't feel good. I feel stressed all the time when I'm with you. And for me to preserve my energy, for me to preserve my emotion, and so for you to preserve your energy, to preserve your sense of self, to really love on you, you have to cut those people off. And you also have to remember, guys, that, you know, friendships, we choose them. That's the beauty of it. And we are always presented with opportunities to make new friends. So when you cut friends off, yes, it hurts. Yes, it doesn't feel good and it is painful. But do know that there are people out there who are so excited to be blessed with your presence. People who will love you and care for you and be tender with you and not emotionally abuse you and not bully you. And they will show you what a true healthy friendship looks like. And so, yeah, just to recap, set boundaries. And if the boundaries are not respected, cut those people off, okay? That's my advice. That's all I got for you guys for today. And I hope this helps you really. I hope it helps you sort of put into perspective your friendships. I hope it helps you to say, oh, that's what that is. That's why I don't feel good after I leave this person. And I hope it helps you to grow more than anything. And I hope it helps you be a better friend to your friends. You know, like, it's a give and take. And this is where I'm going to end it today. I hope you have a fantastic week. Subscribe to my channel, Kanyisa Mnyaka Random Thoughts on YouTube. And also follow me on Instagram. I do post all my videos on my Instagram as well. It's Kanyisa Mnyaka. And yeah, I'll see you guys. And remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to those around you. Bye. Mwah.